Radio Istrovie, die Tangaraki.
You are tuned into the leading internet radio station in the mega city.
Istrovie,
Our station, our talent, our people.
die Tangaraki.
This is the news on Radio Istrovie.
In the latest news update, charges against one of the accused of Jocelyn Smith kidnapping dropped, while other suspects to return in May. Thami says city has limited resources to combat crime and 4 people arrested for scamming German tourists in Cape Town. Good afternoon. The search for 6-year-old Jocelyn Smith remains as there is still no sign of her 24 days after she disappeared from Saldanha Bay, with the mother Jocelyn Smith and 2 men still suspected for allegedly kidnapping and trafficking her. It comes after the accused in the Jocelyn Smith disappearance case abandoned their bid for bail in the Vredenburg Magistrate Court yesterday. The charges against one of the accused, Phumza Sikaka, who is suspected of being a Sangoma, were withdrawn. The case has been postponed to May for further investigation. Meanwhile, Western Cape Police Oversight and Community Safety MEC, Regan Allen, said he understands that there was no evidence against Phumza Sikaka following the withdrawal of the charges against her. Now, Tshwane Mayor Kelly Sprink said the city has limited resources to combat the high crime rate in the parts of the metro. He was responding to complaints raised by the disgruntled community members during 702's election town hall in Kragring yesterday. It comes after the community raised concerns over their local police station, which is often hit by power outages. Brick then highlighted that while the city has set up measures to tackle the crime, the South African Police Services should also take its part. The 2023-2024 second quarter crime statistics presented by Minister Bekele in November late last year revealed that crime is increasing in police precincts north of the capital city. Brick then told Nganga residents that the municipality has strengthened efforts to combat crime rate. And while taking a look at the last story, camera operators spotted a group disguised in security uniforms busy scamming a German tourist during the weekend, insisting he needed to swipe his bank card to obtain a permit. While according to City Maker member for Safety and Security JP Smith, officials were alerted that a chase then occurred, and while the ATM syndicate tried to make their getaway, they rammed the City Improvement District vehicle off the road. Smith then said law enforcement officers continued the chase and eventually apprehended 4 suspects, which were 3 men and a woman. He then added they will work with the South African Police Services in the investigation. Catch the following news update at 2. Reporting to you from Radio Istrovie, I am Lulama Klassen.
Istrovie,
Our station, our talent, our people.
die Tangaraki.
Butcher's Market offers the best quality, locally sourced and 100% halal meats. Visit our store at Sandbury Square Mall. Contact us at 021-565-0499 TPM for your halal meats.
Istrovie,
Our station, our talent, our people.
Okay, so you might say, come on, can you feel it? Can you feel it? Yeah, bro. Can you feel it? One time, can you feel it? Hold on, come on. 1, 2, jump in there. 2, 3, 4, 5, go.
music lovers, looking for a place to find all your music needs? Well, look no further than Tom's, the heart of music. At our Tom's Heritage Square and Belleville stores, you can shop guitars, drums and percussion, studio and home recording equipment, pro audio and DJ equipment, pianos and keyboards. We're also the Western Cape's only authorized dealers of Gibson and Epiphone guitars. Come visit us at 65 Clayton Street, Heritage Square, Cape Town, or 92 Edward Street, Tiger Valley, Belleville, and let our friendly and knowledgeable staff help you find what you need.
Yesterday,
Our station, our talent, our people.
Tidang Raki.
Good afternoon, goeiemiddag, Assani Bonani, Dumelang, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, ahoy, salutas, bonjour. You are well greeted and welcome to the Business Hub with none other than the Business Preacher live on Radio Easter, Cape Town's leading internet radio station. And it is definitely a grateful joy to be here this afternoon with all of you. And thank you so much for sacrificing your time to join us and to get inspired, motivated and uplifted with the Business Hub on your leading internet radio station, Radio Easterrivier. And of course, you can catch us now live on Facebook and on our Radio Easterrivier page. And you can also join our TikTok lives. Check out our website for live streams to learn more about Radio Easterrivier. Find us on your website, on your URL, www.radioeasterrivier. And then, of course, the best way to experience Radio Easterrivier is to download our app. Our app is available on Play Store, Huawei Gallery, and the App Store as well. All shows are available and are recorded as podcasts for you that missed it out. All you can do is to search Radio Easter on any of the following sites: Spotify, YouTube, Deezer, etc. And of course, if you want to connect with us this afternoon, and you want to join the conversation, of course, you can WhatsApp us on 064 536 9095. And if you want to advertise with us, you can definitely send an email to our marketing team at admin@radioeasterrivier.co.za. Say today we're going to have an amazing show on the Business Hub with the Business Preacher. Last week we had Shakil Groenewald from Sanlam hier in studio, en hy het vir ons geleer in die atelier laas week, en hy het vir ons 'n bietjie geleer oor om prepared to be financially and to make sure that we do not leave our family and our next generation behind with baggage and with debt, and that we also make sure that we are financially prepared and covered. Today we're going to take it a bit further, and we're going to, as much as finance, the topic that we spoke about last week is important, today we're going to focus on the fact that y'all is also wealth, and that you that is actively involved in a lot of things, you that run a business, that you need an extra mural activity. So we're going to talk about sports and the importance maybe to look at joining a sport club, like a soccer club, a rugby club, a netball club. Jy's nie te oud om fiks te wees, but today we are joined by the graceful Lwandle Athletic Club, and two of the members and athletes as well in studio. We have Thami Mgweba in studio and Mr. Gavin Smith with us, that will be joining in with the topic that we're going to try to achieve. So if you are listening and if you are tuned in, everybody that is tuned in on the live, Afia Kwawanga, Pastoli, welcome. Brendan Hilton, Diedericks, welcome. Tembakazi Diane, welcome. Jillian Daniels, welcome. Candace Joyster, and everyone that I cannot see right now who's tuned in, thank you so much that you are tuned in today. My beautiful wife, Ruth Jacobs, thank you so much that you are also joined today on the show. So 064 536 9095 is that WhatsApp line if you do want to converse with us. So going to my favorite part of the show, of course, one of my favorite parts of the show is the motivation part, where I play a short motivational song to try and motivate you that is out there struggling with something and so forth. But this motivational song that I want to play today, I want you to, sommige keren sê ek het amper elke week, but this week I really want you to go and listen to the lyrics today, and please find inspiration in the lyrics today. So the song is none other than, it's quite an old school song, I Gotta Believe by Yolanda Adams. So I want you to listen without any distractions, listen to that song and be motivated. And I want to say my motivation today, or my motivational quote today, is a motivation quote that I sent out this morning to some people that's definitely walking this journey with me. And I told them this morning that one day things will balance. Don't stop praying, just try one more time and one more day again. So if you are feeling demotivated this morning, our motivational song for this afternoon is none other than Yolanda Adams with I Gotta Believe. So stay tuned to Radio Easter, Cape Town's leading internet radio station. And soos hulle sê, die ding ruggie. Stay tuned.
Has its ups and downs. Turn your pretty face into an ugly frown. Seems that when I fix one thing, another one comes, clouding up my vision, but I can feel the sun. I believe that I can do this. I know that I can win, just as long as I have His love within. I believe that I can make it. I can make it through the night. I believe that I can walk on with my head held high. I believe that I am special in every way, but in order to have my victory, I gotta believe. See myself at the finish line. I have to visualize that everything will fall in line. I have to visualize the land while riding through the storm. I have to trust in my Father and open up my heart. I know that I can do this. I know that I can win, just as long as I have His love within. I believe. Oh yeah, I believe I can walk with my head held high. I believe that I am special. But in order to have my victory, oh, heartbreak and heart pain, being let down, no one's proud. I believe I can. I receive I can. And now I'm walking right into my victory. I am special, yes I am. And in order to have victory, everybody help me say, oh I believe, I'm gonna walk up with my head held high. I believe that there's nobody like me. And in order for me to have victory, I gotta believe,
Yes, the feed.
Our station, our talent, our people.
Die ding ruggie.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
Submissions are now open.
For all types of South African music to be playlisted on Radio Easter Feed.
The likes of
Gospel,
trap and hip hip-hop, hip-hop.
Dan wat gaat zij maken? Protest met boms in die straat? Hoeveel zou dood aan die kaap? Mijn enigste vraag is: wat zij bereikt? Ons het niet genoeg hier als zij het die voelen. Wat zij bereikt?
Dancehall en reggae tunes.
R&B and soul.
I still smell you, I still smell you, yes I do.
And of course, bomb and house music.
We don't mind the language.
We don't mind the
genre.
So send us an email now to info@radioeasterriver.co.za.
Title your email.
Playlist me.
Easter vier.
Our station, our talent, our people.
Die ding rukkie.
Good afternoon, goedemiddag, Assadi Bonani Dumalang. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bonjour, salutas, salam, ahoy, awe. If you are not greeted, then I don't know. So welcome back to the Business Hub with the Business Pizza. 20 minutes after 1 op die 14e van die derde maand in die jaar van vermenigvuldig. The year of multiplication 2024 on your leading internet radio station Radio Easter 4. Verplettend plezier en ek is blij julle allemaal is hier. Ons stasie, ons talent en vandag as Lwandle Athletics Club as onze mensen. Welcome.
Thank you.
The one arrived with the limo and the other one I saw arrived with the helicopter. So this uitgehaalde mensen. So welcome. So I don't know, we normally go by the norm ladies first, but I'm not a normal guy. So I'm going to go with gentlemen first. Just to ease the lady over here. See, the lady's quite nervous. I'm also nervous. I'm doing radio for almost 9 years now. And every time I feel the nerves, I know God is there. So over to the gentleman. You are welcome to introduce yourself to everyone out there that's listening. Who are you? And just a brief introduction of yourself.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Gavin Smith. Today I'm here in my capacity as a member of Lwandle Athletics Club. Been part of the club for about 2 years now. I think the running bug bite back in 2020. It was during lockdown, and my first child was just born. So normally I would take him in his pram for his morning walk, and then I decided, you know what, let's turn it into running. And I've been running for so long, and that's me.
I always say I want the whole cupboard, but this guy only gave the lie. He did the lie here. But thank you, welcome. Okay, sure. Great to know you. My lady over here.
All right. I would like to greet the listeners first and thank you guys for hosting us. As the Lwandle Athletics Club, we are honored and thank you so much for giving us this opportunity. My name is Thami, Mgweba. I'm also the member of Lwandle AC. I believe I'm in good standing. Yeah, so basically, if I can just do a little introduction of what is Lwandle. So Lwandle is an athletic club. So it's a running organization. It's a non-profit organization. It was established or officially established in 2019. So we are an NGO and we are based in Strand, serving the community, Lwandle, Zola, Asana Village, Nomzamo, and all other surrounding areas. So basically, it's an athletic club. We are runners.
Okay, before I go further with the interview, I have to acknowledge whoever is doing your outfit. That one was making that outfit with the winning spirit because you just look like Western Province champions. Well done to whoever's doing the outfit.
We call ourselves the Blue Train.
Yeah, because you look like winners. They say how you dress is how you feel at the end of the day.
Yes.
Coming immediately to the topic of today, y'all is wild. So any one of you that feel free to answer the question or to just emphasize the need of us as individuals to join, like I say, an extramural activity that keeps you mentally, physically, and psychologically strong, like rugby, cricket, whatever it is available in the community. But with you doing athletics, what is the importance of joining a club like yours, just to stay fit and so forth? Or what is the benefits that your club bring to an individual?
It's just that obviously with any activity, you kind of have to have the right support around you. And sometimes you get that support from your family, with your friends, but with a running club, there is just people, for lack of a better word, they get it. Hulle weet hoe sy voel, hulle weet wanneer sy op is, hulle weet wanneer sy af is. And because of that kind of getting it, it just encourages you to go on. I mean, at the moment, I'm sitting with a bit of an injury, and what is it the young people say? FOMO. I'm suffering from FOMO because I'm not able to join on the runs, I'm not able to participate. And that is because of that running community that you're part of. And you also feel you're willing to challenge yourself. You're willing to say, you know what, I can push past 5Ks. I'm going to try for a 10K. So that is what being part of that community actually brings you. And also, you always have someone that's open to run with you. Someone, if you put the message out, I'm thinking about going for a run tomorrow morning at 4 o'clock, there's always going to be someone saying, hey, I'm also running at 4 o'clock. So that is the benefits from being part of a club where running is concerned. I think from a health perspective, one of our focuses as a club is to promote healthy living. As a country, South Africa, like a lot of other countries out there, people are suffering from things like diabetes, cholesterol. These things are real, but we are also seeing in the corporate world, especially, there is, because we're working from home. You are accessible all the time, which means you never switch off, and burnout becomes real. We see it so common, and you need to be, unless you take care of yourself, you are not going to be able to take care of the job at hand, especially if you are a business owner as well, because when you're the boss, everything starts and finishes with you. And if you don't take care of yourself in that context, you are going to not just disappoint your clients, you're going to disappoint your business. Yeah, so that's, from that perspective, that is where I believe health is important when you sort of look into it.
So, you want to add on that?
Yes, if I can just add, I think I can share a bit of my story. When I started running, it was after I was diagnosed with diabetes and TB at the same time. So you can imagine the treatment, and the doctor said, because my diabetic that time, it was uncontrollable. So they introduced me to diet and exercise. So when I started running, it was for that reason, because my health was at risk. And when I started running, I was doing a profile to check my diabetic levels before exercise and after, and it improved. So exercising or running, it's very crucial for our health. So that's one of our objectives as Lwandle AC, to make sure that we preach that gospel, that health is wealth. So we must teach, even make an influence in our communities, because it's so bad in our communities. If you go to the clinics or the hospitals, so the situations is very bad. So we want to create or leave a legacy in our generation, so that we don't have that kind of legacy for our children. So health is very important, exercising is very important, and joining a club and be a member, it will keep you accountable, because starting a habit, it's not easy. It's definitely not easy. So you need that team, you need that unit, you need those people that will hold you accountable. A coach, so we have a coach, we have group, we send their schedule, so it really keeps you accountable. And also you learn so much, like discipline. Discipline, consistency, teamwork. So it's really very crucial to have a running club, like any sport coach. You'll have a coach, you'll have a schedule, you'll have teammates. So as well as running club, that's how we operate, basically. So we really preach the one of our objectives is health, to encourage and support and guide people in our communities to take care of their bodies.
So, you guys, it's powerful what you're doing, and it's so true. I like what Mr. Gavin also said, that true what he said. He's trying to also say that if you are part of organizations like this, I believe what you will learn on the field will help you in your daily routine to push yourself, because that is what sports bring out of you. Let us quickly focus on something, because what you've also said, what you can bring is bring out is the discipline that you can get from there, the consistency that you can learn from being part of the club, the teamwork and so forth. Because even if you're a business owner, sometimes you might not always know how to work in a team, because you're so bossy, but if you if you're part of a club, you will not necessarily be the captain or the leader. So because of the things you're going to do there, you're going to learn how to be submissive. Okay, we're getting back to that. Time management. The type of listeners, most of the type of listeners that we might have tuned in is business people or corporate individuals, people that believe they do not have the time, and that is the biggest lie. How do you any one of the two get, because I'm trying to, at the end of the show, my objective is for us to feel convicted to kind of join something like you. You understand? Just because of our own health, guys, at the end of the day. Maakie, het gaat die sin maak dat ons wil wealthy wees, we want to be multi-billionaires and own the world and make a difference, but dan do it because you're not the ultimate. And everything is in vain at the end of the day. So to come back to my point is, how do we overpower, and I know it's a mental thing, overpower the fact that you can kind of balance it out, kind of making sure that I am a father, I am a husband, I am a businessman, I am a this, I am a that, but now here is sports. How do you kind of make sure that you juggle that in your journey, that you make sure it's part of your everyday?
I think the important thing is not to see yourself as two people. I think a lot of times when we look at something like running, we see ourselves as there's me, the husband, there's me, the dad, there's me, the runner. That part is almost not part of my life. It's not part of my personal life. I mean, one of the big reasons why I'm running, I'm 41 years old at the moment. I have a 3-year-old son.
Sorry, I don't know if there's somebody or someone that want to agree with me. The gentleman looks 21, eh?
Yeah.
No.
Thank you for the compliment. And my son also thinks I'm 21. The way he keeps me busy. So when I became a dad, I knew that if I look at it, my son is going to be something in his 20s, I'm going to be in my 50s. If I'm not going to look after myself, then he can lose his dad when he's still very young in his life. So in that way, for me, it's all part of my life. It helps me. I'm in the financial industry as well, so it's a job that it's a bit stressful. And for me, making time for work, making time for my family, making time for running is just as important. It's not lower down the list. It's not let me maybe, ek gaan maar kyk hoe lyk die ding as ek lus is daarvoor. For me, that all of those things contribute to me having a balanced life. Because if I neglect one part of it, it is going to affect the other part of my life.
Yes,
if I'm going to be stressed, I'm not going to be a great dad. I'm not going to be a great husband. So because I'm stressed in this aspect, I'm not going to be great at business. So when it comes to that, it's about seeing your life in that sort of thing, holistically, it all sort of firm together. From a time perspective, you will notice that most runners use our smartwatches and we're always checking it, and that is normally for the run itself. But it's about being disciplined around, okay, I'm going to make time for it. But it's important to understand where you're at from a time perspective, because one of the saddest thing about running is it's like when you set yourself a goal and you don't achieve it, you feel like you are failing. But the goal you need to set yourself in the beginning should be a realistic goal. If you know for a fact, I can go run on a Saturday morning, I get an hour of my life to run on a Saturday morning, make that the goal. Don't put Monday, Friday, when you know I can't really go and run, because you're going to feel like you're failing and disappointing yourself. So I think that is so realistic that when you set goals, make it goals that you can achieve. I think for me, it is one of the first things I learned with running. The longer you run, the more you put personal targets and goals for yourselves. And I think I was into running, and I wanted to do 10 kilometers in 50 minutes. And I put all these targets for myself, and I started not enjoying my running because I had goals that I couldn't really achieve. So for me, that is one of the most important things, is about having attainable goals in life.
Okay. You want to add on that?
Yes, I want to add. I think another thing that is very important, especially for business people and entrepreneurs, is to know that your body or your health is your number one asset. So. If you're not taking care of your body, of your health, then how are you going to run the business? So you should prioritize your body or your health. I know most of entrepreneurs, they have what they call a power hour. before you do anything, you must have an hour for yourself.
Yourself, yes.
So that's
Very
why,
important.
yes, it's very important to have that hour. So that's where you can work on, okay, maybe I'll have 20 minutes for exercise, 20 minutes for journaling, 20 minutes for to-do lists and all of that. So it's very important to have that power and prioritize it, because your business will not function well if you are not functioning well. If you spend time in hospital, they say prevention is better than cure. So that's why you really need to take care of your health and make it your priority, and find that time. If you know you start at 5 a.m. your day, then you should wake up at 4 a.m. and so like that. So you must have that power hour for yourself.
Of course. Let's just quickly, I'm not gonna, the topic is vibing, so I don't want to go to a music break. Let's just continue. Stay on, yes, stay on. Don't get boring. Stay on here, guys. It's very, very uplifting. And thank you so much to everyone that's tuned in. Andiswa, Makupula, Buiswa, Mateza, Andisiwe, Makupula, Nengo, Isiepa, Nengeke, Pastor Clayton Gabriels, Delbrin Brandt, Ruth Lorenzo Jacobs, Naomi Malebo, Buiswa, Zonazi Vulwelwa, and Candace Joester is also tuned in. Excited to have you also on the show very, very soon. Also a Yout fanatic that is tuned in. Afia Kwahina Pistoli Tembenkasi Dinyani. So thank you so much that you are tuned in. Welcome. Welcome. Wam Kile Kile Law, the business hub with the business spritzer. So in Korsika, cool for being here. So quickly, we've talked about timing. We talked about getting the right time and the importance of being part of this. So now is another thing. So we have individuals that feel like, ice, and you slightly touch on it, Mr. Gavin. The thing about age, AGE. So, and this should be very convincing. You understand? And I'm speaking about from experience point of view. So my neighbors, my opposite two neighbors, and they are two best friends, two guys, but they are over the age of, I think they are over 50. You understand? I think one is 60 something, and one is, I don't know, I'm not too sure, but they are elderly, they are retired, and these two guys consistently every morning. Sometimes I work from home, then I don't have meetings and things, so I'm at home. So this guys in the morning consistently go do their job. But you must remember, they most likely the oldest people in the street, and they are the only people in the street. Maybe I'm exposing myself. That's running that time of the morning. You understand? And consistently, you understand, whether they do a jog or run, I'm not sure. And they come back after about 2 hours from wherever they're running to. And it's so amazing because sometimes I watch them. So the one is very good with his hands. So when that guy comes back, it seems like he have the world of energy. Then he's on his roof and he's fixing things and he's doing things. Now you are there as a young man, you seeing what this guy is doing, and you don't even want to go out because you feel so ashamed of yourself. You understand? And to know, this guy is like almost twice my age, and look at what he's doing. You understand? But I know his energy at his age level comes from what he's putting in that morning. How important is it to make sure that that you're not letting age become the problem?
Amy, you want to go first?
Okay, that's very important because in our club we do have some seniors, elderly people that are active. They enter the races. We were at the race last Saturday. They did their 10 kilometers. We call Mam Chikini. So it's very important. We are diverse as a club. We have youngsters, we have juniors, we have seniors, we have elderly people. So that's very important to have that community where the elders make an impact to inspire young people. So as I'm listening to you, you are inspired by the oldest person that is taking care, that is running, and you are young. So we have that kind of inspiration as well in the team. When we look at Mrs. Chikini and we feel so inspired, you feel like you can do more. If she can run 10 kilometers, 15 kilometers, 21 kilometers, and at that age, so you get so inspired. So that's why it's very important to have a club. So we have very elderly people. If you go to races, you will see elderly people. You see 75, 85, and they are still strong. So that's what we want to build in our community. That's the impact that we want to, so that we can have a community that is active and healthy. So we have all ages. We have juniors and elderly people.
I think it's always important that lifestyle is a lot of times it's habit.
Yes.
Okay, and with most habit, if you are willing and if you're dedicated, you can break any habit. And I think when you get older, you are now sort of at that place where you've got a certain way of living. And it just seems more difficult to be able to break it, but it's possible. It's like even when you change a career in your life, you know, if you've done one thing for most of your life and you come later in your life and somebody tells you, okay, we want you to do something new, initially you're going to struggle with it. But the interesting thing is most of us are willing to make the change because there's something on the line. There's a job on the line, there's a career on the line. When it comes to your physical health, it's sort of the same thing. There is something on the line, and this is your health.
Yes.
Your own lifestyle that you're going to live. So initially, it's going to be a bit hard. It's going to be a bit struggling. But it's almost like when someone says to me, because when you talk about running, and it's what runners, we like doing that. You know, we always just drop in conversations, I went for a run, I'm going to go running. And one of the funniest things I always find is that when you mention you went for a run, one of the first things when somebody asks you, okay, can I join you? And you say, okay, I'm going to go for a 5K run. And they say, and they say, okay, I'm going to join you. Then I always ask, are you a runner? No. When last did you run? A year ago. And then I don't understand why you want to put your body through running 5,000 meters and if you haven't run for almost a year. Why are you not willing to start small? And work you up to something better where you can do that. And it feels hard initially, but if you're willing to say, you know what, and be honest with yourself, this is where I'm at right now. If I want to be over there, I need to be willing to take it small steps at a time and build up until there. Because if you do a bit too much too soon, guess what's going to happen? You're going to be done with that run and you're going to hate it and going to say, I'm never going to go run again. But if you're honest, and that's basically what it comes down to. But at the end of the day, age is a great thing. It gives you wisdom. It should never be used as an excuse to not try something new, though.
So, very powerful. Very, very, very powerful. Let's just quickly go to the comments. Do you want to add something? Sorry.
No, I was just saying, oh yes, to what he just said now.
You see, a manifestation of teamwork. She's agreeing. Anyway, just quickly look at the comments, and that's before I go to my next questions or more. My next question is more an encouragement. But anyway, so we have Ruth, my wife, saying there, "Oh la la," he's spilling the neighbors' tea. I just hope they're not tuned in. We have Buiswa Sunamzi sending us a heart there. We have Cereline. Mariska January Nicholas saying, I so agree with the power hour. I prioritize this for my own mental health and it allows me to be more mindful. So that's very important. She was letting on the power hour. Yes, and then Andiswa Makulwa say, go Mam Kitsini. We have Andiswa also saying, LIC team 4 AM, come run with us. Pueswa Matiswa saying, beautiful blue train, well done at Lwandle Athletics Club. Thank you so much, guys. Matembekazi say, here's the blue train is in the house. And then Jabanban says Lwandle Athletics Club. She's saying hello there. And then we have Naliswa Nagamhimbana saying, wow, my people, running is life. Then we have Lungiswa saying, our LIC 5 club. That I believe that's a 5 club.
Yes, it's the Lwandle Athletics Club.
Yes, LIC. Then Nomtan Doza Velapi says running has no age limit. I'm just echoing what Mr. Smith has said there. And then Naomi Maleba, so we are definitely being representative. Yes, as representatives, you are well represented today on the show. Just to quickly, and this question might be very personal as well to all of us, because as much as we are thinking that we are successful people, or we are aiming to be successful because of our resilience, our relentless attitude to strive for success, we might on the journey come across with obstacles, and these obstacles can turn out to be failures. What does athletics or sports, how does it help you to deal and to counter fought or counter-fight or whatever you want to name it in your fancy English. How does sport helps you to deal with your everyday failures in your life?
I think if I can use just in this context of running, I think one of the first things is, whether you're running the Comrades Marathon or whether you're running a 5-kilometer run, the important thing is every run requires you to just put one foot in front of the next. It's one step at a time.
Yes.
No matter how far you run, you can't change that process. And for me, that is important when you deal with any issue in life. It can be a big problem, small problem, is understanding what's going on. It's understanding the context of the situation, because sometimes when there's a bit of a lack of understanding, we can either get overwhelmed by it because we haven't taken a step back and look at it and go like, okay, this is what's going on here right now. This is what needs to be done, or this is what's happening at the moment. Do I want to deal with it now, or do I want to give myself some time? And that is what sort of a running does for you. It allows you to deal with stuff in small increments. And for me, that's so important in daily life. It's that when you try to fix everything at once, you obviously you're going to burn out. You're not going to have the strength or the mental capacity to do it that way.
Yes.
So soms moet jy maar, soos hulle sê, hoe eet mense olifant, een stukkie op 'n tyd. And sometimes dealing with problems is the same kind of thing and allows you to sort of overcome. So I would say one step at a time. That's it for whether it be running or dealing with a problem. You can't make yourself come to the end just because you want it to be the end. Sometimes you just got to go through the process and sort of deal with what's happening in that moment. But the best way to go about it, I believe, is sort of dealing with one step at a time.
Sure, powerful.
Okay, all right. I think as I mentioned before that running, or maybe from a personal point of view, has taught me discipline, consistency, and all of those things. So those things I learned through running, and I am applying them in my life.
Yes.
So they help me so much. And also, as I mentioned, when I started running, it was because of those health reasons. But I fell in love with running, more especially with the mental aspect of things. It is not just physically for my body, for the muscle. It also helps the stress mentally. So because sometimes I use it as a meditation. When I'm running alone, I have those kind of conversations, and they are so refreshing ideas that you get. So if you're struggling with your life, with the challenges in the business, if you take that, maybe even just it's 2 kilometers, your mind will be so refreshed. You will have so many brilliant ideas, solutions that you can take from that moment and apply in your challenges. So it really helps. It opens your mind. Even if there was something that you were not aware it's bothering you, when you're running and you're there, you are just clearing your mind. You are breathing in. It's so wonderful. I don't know how to paint this picture, but it's just a wonderful experience. I remember when I ran my first marathon last year, and I was going through so much, and I felt like, when they say it always looks impossible until it's done. So when I was like, will I be able to run 42 kilometers? I've never done this. But when I finished, I became a more stronger person. Like I was just ready. I'm like, bring me everything. I can do this. If I did this, then there's nothing that I cannot do. So you get that strength and that vibe and that courage to go on and face life. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Before we go to, I believe there's an upcoming event that you're going to host. But before we go to that, because I want to know everything about that event, and if you are listening, please, if you can, please go join the event, go see what it's about, though, and so forth. We are going to share the information on how you can join the club and so forth. But before we go there, there's a very important question from my wife. She's asking for the beginning runner. What would be the first way to start off? Asking for a friend. I wonder who that friend is.
I think it's, I would say, don't put any massive challenges for yourself. I think the first run I did when I got into running, I think it was something like 2 kilometers. I just ran around the block. Try to do it at a time which is convenient for you. Don't put, because the one of the things about it is a lot of times when you talk about getting advice for runners, you talk to runners. And as lovely as we are, as runners, we always assume that everybody's at our level. So we will say, I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Already you are turning this person off because this person's just starting out.
Exactly.
So find a time that works for you. Find a distance that also works for you. And I think one of the most important things I would say is be comfortable when you do it. It's like what you mentioned to us when we were sitting outside. When you said, be your natural self. And I think with running, that's the same thing. Just be comfortable, have comfortable shoes, comfortable clothes when you are in, that you sort of feel comfortable in. And set reasonable targets for yourself. Sometimes it's a case of just saying, okay, I'm going to run for 10 minutes, or you can say I'm going to run for 15 minutes and see how I feel afterwards. But just, I think that's the big thing when you start out.
I hope that it answered your question. So let us know. So Temankazi says certain solutions come when I run. Nombini says one step at a time, running is a blessing. So you guys are amazing. One thing that I can highlight about that is evident about what you are saying is like the teamwork, because the way your members is commenting can already emphasize what you're saying, speak volumes.
So whoever they are working for should know nobody's working now. If you got members, if you got staff that's a part of this club, then nobody's working. So I would just go and check in if they're doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, we are supposed to go to our closing remarks, and I want to know about the event. But I see there's another question from Delbert Brand asking, do you become consistent? Is it easy? It's easier to start than to maintain to what you've started. Maybe I should just read that question from here. How do you become consistent? It's easier to start than to maintain that which you've started.
Yeah, I think this brings the whole discipline back, the whole accountability back, because you would notice that most people that is in sport, that is really consistent with sport, they don't do it in the dark. They have a group of people around them that they sort of are accountable to. If you look at people at gym, they have the people that is getting the best out of it is those people who's got the gym buddy. And I think that's been my experience. To remain consistent is have accountability. Thami, you want to say anything in regards to that?
Yeah, consistency, it is the key word. It is the key word because it's really difficult. We're not going to lie and say it's easy. Because you kind of forming a habit. It can never be easy. But that's why that's the importance of having people that will hold you accountable, that will check up on you. Hey, Thami, I didn't see you yesterday. What's going on? Or maybe with the time we'll just come at your house and pick you up. Let's go for a run. So to create that kind of community, those people that will hold you accountable and motivate you, because you can never be in that mood every day. Sometimes you feel down, you feel like I just don't want to do it. But if you have those people that will motivate you and keep you accountable and try as much as possible to encourage you, it's not easy. It's not easy. The sad part is it's easy to stop. But it's hard to keep going, to keep going. So that's why we must tell you guys it's very important to have a running club, to have that community, to have that support, so that you can achieve that consistency.
Okay. I just want to, before I go to the event, encourage my wife. There is something that we're supposed to do this afternoon. So we're going to run today and then determine if that's going to be our distance. If you win, you win. I'm just gonna. Anyway, quickly, there's an event that's coming up. This event is coming somewhere in, is it April or May? May?
1st of May. It's on the 1st of May.
Tell us about it.
You want to start, Thami?
Yeah, we are hosting on the 1st of May. Is our first official race. We're having 10 kilometer and 5 kilometer run. It's in our community. It will start at Lwandle Sports Complex ground. So we want people to feel, to get the feel of the community. So we are hosting in our community. Gavin will give us the details of how much, but we'll get the tickets at CompuTicket and at Pick and Pay, and then you register. We'll also register on the day. So we just want to appeal to the community, to other running clubs, members there to come and support Lwandle, because this we are doing for the community, the awareness that to teach. And also I think I would like to mention that athletics, it's a sport code. We need to teach people that you can make career out of it as compared to other sports codes. So we want to teach our children and people in the community to take it more serious and treat it as professional and give it the support just like any other sport codes. You know, sport unites people. If you can remember our country when we were going for Rugby World Cup. We were all united in going for it. So we just want to see that in athletics as well, the community is supporting this kind of sport. So that's the vision for the club. So we are hosting this event on the 1st of May. Please save the date. It's a public holiday, so there's no excuse. There's no excuse. It's a public holiday. We want everyone, children, grandmothers, parents, fathers, everyone, we want to see them to cross that finish line that day.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Something on that, Mr. G?
Yeah, I think there's just a few things I want to touch on. The firstly, so tickets is available from web tickets and Pick and Pay, yes. We've been looking at, currently we have seniors, we have juniors, so your prices will all be available on the website. It will also be on Lwandle's social pages. We are on Instagram, we are on Facebook. But I think the people I want to appeal to, as you mentioned, this is the business hub, and I want to appeal to the business owners. It's a public holiday. It's a great opportunity to bring your staff out, a team building. It's a great way to sort of bring that team spirit together. Sometimes for people to buy into something, the leaders needs to be the people that's putting it front. So I wanted to, especially business owners in the Yalderberg community, come out, support, and then this run, yes, it's part of our club's activities for the year, but the bigger picture here is we have a juniors group, and this run is part of our way of ensuring we're raising funds, we're advertising the club so we can provide a great junior program for our juniors to make sure we are preparing the future runners. So to everybody out there, I wanted to invite you to really be part of this and to come and support us on the day. Like I said, all the details is available on our social medias. If you're not a runner, come out, bring the family, do the 5K fun walk. It's a great opportunity to just keep busy and support a good cause at the same time.
Just repeat, how much is the tickets?
So if it's if for the seniors, we're looking at the 10K run. If you're a licensed runner, it's 90 Rand. If you are unlicensed runner, it's 140 Rand. For juniors, it's 55 Rand if they're licensed, and 85 Rand unlicensed, and then your 5 kilometer for seniors is 70 Rand, and for juniors it's 50 Rand.
Okay. The business splitzer will pay for 2 tickets for 2 juniors, 2 registered juniors. So we can just communicate closer to the time about that. That we need to assist organizations like that, because that is what we're living for, that is what we're preaching. We need to do whatever we can to assist in making a difference. So thank you so much to everyone out there that's supporting. So definitely. So on that, quickly before we go, before you just say with us how individuals can get hold of you, how they can get in contact with you. I believe there is some people that is wanting to join the club, want to be members of the club. So just say with us your socials. But let me just read out the last comments here. Delbran Brand says, thank you for answer your question, a question that you've answered. Cerilyn Mariska Nicholas says, I've learned that discipline is consistency. So she's learned something out of it. Nengo Sieponenka says, consistency needs one to be disciplined. Nomtandazo Velapi, if you know what you want and the reasons, you will be able to maintain what you have and be consistency and accountable at the same time. Hashtag together we can. I almost said Amantla. So Mrs. Jacob say thank you for another awesome show, business preacher, and of course the guest. So thank you so much to you guys. And then Andiswa Makubla say halala, and then Boyiswa Sonamzi sending us the some blue hearts. So everybody's heart is blue and it's in it to win it. So of course, before we say goodbye, can you please share with us how do we follow you, where we can get hold of you, and so forth and so forth.
Oh, yes, you can get us on Facebook. We have a Facebook page. It's Lwandle Athletics Club, Lwandle Athletics Club. And we also have Instagram. On Instagram is at Lwandle_AC, at Lwandle_@C. You can also contact our chairperson, Leadership Buyiswa Machaya, on 073-670-1840, 073-670-1840, or contact our secretary, Naomi, on 071-078-0087, 071-078-0087, or check us on our social media.
Of course, sir.
I just want to take this opportunity to just give a big shout out and a big thank you for everybody that's part of the Big Blue Train, the guys part of Lwandle Athletics Club. You guys are amazing. Your passion for running is contagious. And yes, really, it's been fantastic being working with you guys, especially planning the run. And then to the leadership of the club, thank you guys for the sacrifices that you guys constantly make for making sure that we have a successful club and a successful event. And then to our coaches, to Coach B, to Black Queen, for her and for your support and your dedication to each and every one of us. We really appreciate it. And yeah, as we say, together we can.
Of course, 0645369095 is the WhatsApp line. This was the Business Hub with your business spirits, Bevan Jacobs, live on Radio Easterva, Cape Town's leading internet radio station. Up until next time, thank you. See you. Playing for you out right now, another motivational song by Lucrae, I'll Find You.
Our station, our talent, our people.
It's all worth it in the end. But when you got nobody to turn to, just hold on and I'll find you. I'll find you. I'll find you. Just hold on and I'll find you.
I'm hanging on by a thread, and all I'm clinging to is prayers. And every breath is like a battle. I feel like I ain't come prepared. And death's knocking on the front door. Pain's creeping through the back. Fears crawling through the windows, waiting for them to attack. They say don't get bitter, get better. I'm working on switching them letters. But tell God I'ma need a whole lot of hope, keeping it together. I'm smiling in everyone's face. I'm crying whenever they leave the room. They don't know the battle I face. They don't understand what I'm going through. The world trying to play with my soul. I'm just trying to find where to go. I'm trying to remember the way. I'm trying to get back to my home. But I can't do this on my own. That's why I'm just trusting in you. Cause I don't know where else to go. And I don't know what else to do.
Just fight a little longer, my friend. It's all worth it in the end. But when you got nobody to turn to, just hold on and I'll find you. Just fight a little longer, my friend. It's all worth it in the end. But when you got nobody to turn to, just hold on and I'll find you. I'll find you. I'll find you. Just hold on and I'll find you. I'll find you. I'll find you. Just hold on and I'll find you.
They say fear haunts you and pain hates. I say pain strengthens and fear drives faith. And I don't know all of the outcomes, don't know what happens tomorrow. But when that ocean of doubt comes, don't let me drown in my sorrow. And don't let me stay at the bottom. I feel like this hole is too deep to climb. I've been looking for a way out, but I'll settle for a peace of mind. Picking up the pieces of my life and hoping that I put together something right. Tell me all I got is all I need. Tell me you gon' help me stay and fight. The world tryna play with my soul. I'm just tryna find